Welcome to J.F.K. I'm Principal Frank Zamperlin, and I'm here with Mrs. Burns, a second grade teacher, and Olivia Thomas from her second grade class. And welcome to our Idea Room. And IDEA stands for Innovation, Discovery, Exploration, and Amazement. So, Mrs. Burns, I hear you did some really interesting work last year with first grade.
Oh, we did, Dr. Zamperlin. Last year, in my second grade class, we were learning about the growth mindset, and we set goals for ourselves. And one of the goals I set for myself was to learn more about the STEM projects. So, of course, I said to my class, I have to achieve this goal, what do I need to do? And we talk in class about asking friends for help if we don't understand something. So I reached out to Ms. Hambusi. She's a first grade teacher. And Ms. Hambusi has a degree in mechanical engineering. She used to be the art teacher. And I knew she could help me. So when I asked her to help, she said yes. And she was so excited that we could work together. And that's the first time I met Thomas and Olivia. They were in first grade at the time. And what we did, we collaborated together, because that's a skill we were learning in class. And Mrs. Hambusi and I were also collaborating together to help us become better teachers. And I learned so much from Ms. Hambusi. One of the things I definitely learned was that struggle, that productive struggle, when you were working on your projects, you were struggling at times and it was difficult, and I had to learn to walk away. And Mrs. Hambusi would come up behind me and say, Mrs. Burns, walk away, let them struggle. And how excited, Thomas and Olivia, were you when your project met the criteria, when you could put boards on top of your criteria and it stood up, or they were tall and stood up? How did you feel?
I was excited and happy.
Right, you were excited. How did you feel, Thomas?
Happy and excited.
Right. So we just kept working together, and every time Mrs. Hambusi added another piece of material, and our tasks became more and more difficult, but all the students in the classroom working together, there were 2 first graders and 2 second graders working together and collaborating with your ideas, and they had to adapt. After our museum walks, where we looked around the room to see what other students were doing, you had to adapt your project and make changes.
So this was a first grade class and a second grade class working together in the Idea Room.
Right.
And Thomas and Olivia, you were in that first grade class with Ms. Hambusi, and now you're with Mrs. Burns. What did you learn about this whole project and putting things together that was kind of difficult?
It was kind of hard because it might fall down sometimes and you have to recreate someone else's project that they just drawn, and see if that works. And if that doesn't work, we go on to another person's project. And if that doesn't work, we go on the other ones. And then if that doesn't work, we just try over and over again.
So you failed sometimes at some of those projects, right? And then you kept working at it? What happened and what did you learn each time that something didn't work when you went to the next step?
Thomas, you told me, right, that when something fell down, how did you feel when that fell down or didn't work?
Disappointed.
Right, but what did you do?
Keep on trying.
Love it, I love it. You just kept on trying, because that's what we do, right, in the classroom? So what advice are you going to give the first graders that are coming, because we'll be doing it again with Mrs. Hambusi's class, and they're going to be first graders, but now you're the second graders. What advice are you going to give our first grade friends?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. And why shouldn't they be scared?
Because if it falls down, you can always try again.
Okay, and I love that word, try. What do we know about that word, try? What are we doing in the classroom all the time?
You try hard and you never give up.
Right, we never give up. What's that big word when we say we're never giving up?
Perseverance.
Perseverance, right? We persevere. In the Idea Room, were we persevering last year all the time? Right.
And when we work together as adults too, I will tell the teachers, I don't know it yet, and I work towards that learning. And that's what you're learning in second grade and in first grade and in kindergarten, how to work through those problems and persevere. And then failing is okay. It's how you learn some way something doesn't work, and you fight to figure out a way that makes it work. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you. You were wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to meeting Mrs. Gambusi's first grade classes and having two experts with me.
So I would like to invite you back, and when we do this project with second and first grade together, and we can actually see things in action. What do you think of that? Because you'll be the leaders of that.
Right.
You'll be pros by the time the first graders come here, right?
Right, and you can explain what we're doing. That'll be wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.